Kansas head coach Lance Leipold and team representatives took the podium on Day 2 of the Big 12 Media Days. The Jayhawks were part of the final day of festivities from the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. The Big 12 kicked off an action-packed summer of media days across all major conferences. Leipold took the stage and answered questions across 15 minutes about different topics from the running back room to London. Willis had a breakout season for Syracuse last season, carrying the ball 129 times for 558 yards and 4 touchdowns. He transferred to Kansas and will join Dylan Edwards in the backfield. He's a big back, physical back, downhill runner, able to move the pile a little bit. We really like the depth of the room we have at the running back position, but Yassine being complemented with Dylan Edwards, we think we really have two different running styles that can really give us some explosiveness as an offense and some versatility. I think it's unity for both our programs for this conference. Obviously, it does have its challenges. The commissioner brought this opportunity to us, first of all, is giving up a home game. We're in phase 2 of our stadium renovation and we're at a reduced capacity. So that was part of the formula. But I still think about student-athlete experience, and I think we're providing an opportunity for student-athletes to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience to go over there and play a football game. Playing Week 3 is definitely going to be unique to us and the challenges that are provided. Both teams will have an open week afterwards, but getting there, acclimating time change, everything from meals to practice facilities. I had a chance to go over in April and see it. It's going to be a great setup. You get to play in one of the more iconic stadiums in all of the world. I think it's going to be a special experience, but one, like you said, and Kenny has alluded to it as well, is to have our teams ready to play that day, but then continually play the 9 games afterwards will be very important. When you go over and play that game, if you win, everything is good. If not, then everybody has that's the reason the rest of the season, and that's a tough opportunity. One thing that I think is a little different, even though it's in Week 3 for us versus the Kansas State-Iowa State game of a year ago, both teams came back and had to play that next Saturday. Didn't matter if it was an FCS opponent or who they each played. They had to get their teams back and ready, and that's tough. I think hopefully we have a confident plan that when we do get back about how we're going to get our guys some downtime, transition back, and then get ready for a game on October 3rd. I think a lot of things that we do in our program transitions to what life is about. Number 1 is punctuality. Being where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. That's a life skill. And honestly, many times we lose sight of that. And if you can't be on time, you want to own a business someday, you're going to have appointments. You're going to expect people to be there. We talk about our academics. We continue to do great things in the classroom. We had our second semester in a row over a 3.4, and what we find out, if you're going to do well, you can't just be a great football player. You need to be good in everything, and if you strive to improve in every facet of your life, you will get better. They get academic success through support in college. Their personal confidence grows. Their confidence on the field grows. They talk more confidently. They answer questions. They're inquisitive. Those things are life-building things. We talk all the time because we know the average NFL career is going to be very small. I'll give you 5 years in the NFL. That's fine. Odds are you don't have enough money to live the rest of your life, and you better find something else to do, and you won't even be 30 years old yet. So, you better have some other things to fall back on, and we try to emphasize that daily in our program. When Leipold took over as head coach, Kansas was at the bottom of the barrel in college football. There have been some better years, but the Jayhawks are still looking to take that next step nationally. Standards have changed and expectations have changed in Lawrence, Kansas, since we arrived, and we're proud of that. Obviously, the last couple years have not gone the way that we have wanted. We haven't found a way to close out some close ball games. We've had some opportunities, probably well documented, some close losses that easily put us that we could be sitting here talking about 4 consecutive bowl games, but we haven't done that, and where does it fall? It falls on the head coach, and I have to do a better job. Our players embrace that. They understand that we're getting people's better shots than we did a couple years ago as far as who the Kansas Jayhawks are, and we have to embrace that. I love the depth that we have in our program, and we're going to put ourselves in a position, because the one thing about the parity in this conference that kind of goes through with the balance is that we've seen the years. So, a lot of things can happen in this new portal era. The reporter referenced Glenn Mason and Mark Mangino as the only coaches to have a winning season for Kansas in year 6 or later. That is the situation for Leipold now, and he was asked about any added pressure. Extra pressure in the year 6, I think I probably put enough internal pressure on myself for our team to be at its best year in and year out, whether it be year 3 or year 6. Like I said, there's no doubt expectations are higher. Sustained winning is difficult. Our expectation is that we improve and that we compete for conference championships. For us to be able to sustain and move forward, I think in today's era of having the ability to add to your roster, I think it gives us a little better chance. We look at what we can do each and every day to put ourselves in position, and we're excited about what this team will be.